I am the moon. I hope you remember. And you are an astronaut, eyes aimed up toward the stars. I always knew you would soar. You had your eyes on different planets and different stars, not remembering that you have the rocket power to pierce through the space between us and reach me without trouble. You haven't even left Earth, and yet you already know what lies below my rough surface, even what lies at my core. I'm always here, sometimes on the other side of the world, waiting patiently to return back into your gaze. I am the moon. I want you to know. I want you to know that I will be here to light your way when the night brings you more than darkened sight and empty space, to know that when you feel like sandy shores, cold and bare, I ask the waves to embrace you over and over again when I'm unable to go down there and do it myself. Thank you. That was the first one. This next one is inspired by a spoken word called When Love Arrives by Sarah Kay and Phil. So, my love poems were my champions, adorning the armor of abstract metaphors and vivid imagery, armed with weapons made from the strongest emotions mined out of my heart, head, and esophagus. They stood guard, each defending the fortress that I am until their last breath. They stood to fight against the greatest threat to this palace, love. In times of angst, they lied in wait, anticipating a great dragon or a host of orcs. But as it turned out, love is merely a shapeshifter. She appears sometimes where you least think about it. In your mom's homemade food, in your synth music, in late night conversations with your best friends, one way or another, love will always be found, especially in the shape of people. I felt her in the warm embraces of a senior during my freshman year, in the youthful lips of my first and only ever girlfriend in sophomore year, and she might have taken human form in the last two, in a girl with whom I was in love for 2 years. But that was before I left love behind. Recently, I've been finding love in more and more places, or so I thought. She seemed to be from Hawaii at first, then Simi Valley, Sacramento, Orange County, and then all over the Bay Area. But I also kept finding her back where I had left her. She was all of them at once, but now possibly none of them. But maybe therein lies the problem of hopeless romantics. We think love passes us by in a glance, we wave and hope that she is there when they turn around to say hello. Sometimes we're deceived, or we deceive ourselves. Other times she really is there, but not for long. Maybe she's just checking in to see how we're doing, and she'll visit from time to time, but maybe she never does. Maybe she never does. And sometimes you'll feel forgotten, but love never forgets. Love will be there when she has to, and she will leave when she's supposed to. This might be the last time I'm going to be talking about my love life in a little while, or at least for as long as love is away. But every once in a while, I'll see her smile at me through the eyes of friends, classmates, or even strangers, but just checking in. But when she does come to stay, she will always be welcome. When she decides to leave again, though, I'll make sure she remembers to take the spare key with her. And as she closes the door, I'll look out the window as she walks away, and then sit down. Breathe, take in the returning quiet, and say, thank you.